way, say yo, I step correct. Got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air, don't ever disrespect. I got you all in check. Bust the rhymes up in the place, true indeed. Yes, I got the record, that's word on my feed. I'm guaranteed to give you what you need. One blood, everybody like Junior Reed. Wake up every morning, yo, I must succeed. Nationwide rockers make the world stampede. Yo, Willie, make we roll some mad charge. Now I must proceed. Yo, we about to make moves, set speed. Beast to baby, fight Q-tip, Ali Shaheed. Watch me out like Apollo Creed. Body, making you just feed off dynamic flows and take heed. Need more information, homeboy, than just read. Hey, you can read all about the pure breed. Do the noble, that's my duty, let my seed. When I step up in the place.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we have a good one for you. Between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. A couple of teams here who began the year with wins. Let's see who can make it 2-0 as off we go in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jaylen Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Down the field. He's got Pierce. And the hitter runs shortly after that football did, but he hangs on for a gain down to the enemy 44. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them. The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Finds him on the crossing route. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Howard. Somebody there, and he knocks it away. Couldn't connect for it all on that first down. Back to the drawing board, they go for 2nd. Ooh, for a moment, thought those were our first points until he came and knocked it away.
Yeah, I think the message sent pretty clear after that play. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that to be the first ones on the board.
Going again here, Howard. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Throw here, 3rd down. That's complete. Here's Thornton. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a short yard gain. To find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. It will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Milroe looking to throw. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him an out to pick up the 1st down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down.
1st down, Seahawks.
19 Lions. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Receiver in motion, going left. Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. Street, Panther 11.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Taking a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 10. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing. First Boswell.
Now Boswell on to send this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one
The
out.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. It's his target. That's Torrey Horton. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line.
Seahawks first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
Milroe with it on first. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
I know that you and I love Kate looking at plays, discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Panther 11, Panther Dragon 60. Hey, Smash. Seven Pirates.
Milroe throwing again now on second down. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So first down from the 41.
Here we go. Catch. Cougar 19, 18, Robert, 60 Broncos, 60 Bucks, 79 Broncos.
From the gun, Milroe. Ooh, puts him air under this one, right side. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Milroe from the gun. He's loaded another one up. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers are going to have it down. Second interception of the season.
This is such the back-and-forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, well, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start free from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
That one's incomplete in the end zone.
It's hard for me to get too mad at him for missing a touchdown when he's already got two in his pocket. Maybe fantasy managers might not agree with me on this one, Kate. But don't worry, as hot as he is, I bet you a third one's coming at some point.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of 7 brings up third down and goal.
Howard now, third and long. Escapes the pocket. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs. Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they can still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
Shaheed now to return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
60. 19, 18. Go.
Back to work after throwing the pick. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
10 to 11.
Now they send their back in motion right.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
Let's go. 7, 19, stop, dragon, 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Warriors, 70.
Throwing now, Milrow. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get third down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Buffalo 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Street.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. 18 Pioneer, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Mustang 19. Cup 19.
Trying for it with Milrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. They've got first down here from the 36. Throwing here, Howard. Brought in close to the 8. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers swell their first quarter by 6. Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Steelers make it a 24-point ball game.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This will end up as a touchback.
First down 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Running back sent in motion left. First down throw here from Milrow. Has him on the quick hitter. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. We've set it down from the 37.
Seahawks, first down. A 28-yard gain. First down, Seattle.
7 Pirates. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Milrow now to throw. Got nice gain left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. It's a laugher so far, 24-0. We'll return to Pittsburgh right after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Milroe to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
A loss of 6 yards. It's second down.
Let's go now. Buffalo, 70, Timberwolves.
Throwing here, Milroe. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Myers' kick is good. And that lowers the lead to 21.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never allowed. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he has him right near midfield here. About a yard short. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Howard. This is a heater going deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Going again here, Howard. He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down, too. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Steelers running away with it in the 2nd quarter. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Makes the score.
That one
Steelers
splits the
31,
uprights. And the
Seahawks
Steelers continue piling onto this lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Shaheed now to return.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. Trap 60. Mustang 19. Ready up.
To the air, Milrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Yards to go.
Milrow throwing on third down. Into the hands of Horton, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Seahawks first down. A gain of 15. And the Seahawks
Off the play fake, Milrow. Quick slant, caught by Shaheed. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
first down, Seattle.
Here's Milrow, first and 10. Headed out right. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So after the penalty, here's first and 15.
Let's go.
Still sticking with the passing game. Short pass brought in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, first and 10. Throwing now, Howard. Taken in by Pierce. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, that's a run that's going home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Bringing from the gun, here's Howard. Down the field. He's got Pierce. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. A 28-yard pickup there. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone on first. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. This one misses the tight end. So that brings up second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On play action, here's Howard. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. The sack forces a now tougher third down.
Get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Let's go.
Howard now, third and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Boswell able to knock it through. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Milroe from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense up to the line fast.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Milroe. Throw left side, caught by Shaheed. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. First and 10 now from the 46.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Has him on the quick hitter. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He skids down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Throw left side, caught by Smith-Njigba. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 24-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
This is Walker on second. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Third and short, it's Milroe. He's got his man. This is Walker. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
It's a gain of 20.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Go. Check. Smash. Check. Gravity lying. Go.
First and goal. Here's Walker. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings
Bronco
up
switch.
second
Bronco
and goal.
switch. Check. Gravity lying.
Walker again. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Just 3 yards between them and a touchdown. It's third and goal.
Unlock line. Unlock. 70. Catch. Ready.
Ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up fourth down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now. Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Myers' kick is good. And that lowers the lead to 21.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Shaheed now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His effort's going to get into that 32-yard line before he's taken down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
19 strikes, 19, trap 50, trap 60.
Milroe with it on first. Chased out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And to the house it goes. It's a pick six and Pittsburgh touchdown. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
Like you say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. They could do some serious damage.
Seahawks 13.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Shaheed now to return. Ooh, a big leap from the coverage team there. That is going to stop things before they can get into the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Motion man sent left. First down throw here from Milroe. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his fourth interception of our season. Now, depending on which side of the ball you're looking at here, Brock, things have either been very sharp or they've been just awful to start this second half. 2 drives, 2 interceptions now.
I mean, where do you think I'm looking, Kate?
Oh, I know. Where have you been looking?
It's a miserable place to be as a quarterback, just knowing you're hurting your team. Not even giving yourself a chance, giving the ball away.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Connects on the crosser. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A great throw to a nice route catch to move in the chain. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the red zone now. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense. The guy that's got to make the play.
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd and long for him here. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Seahawks have it perilously close to their own goal line. Looks like it's at the 2.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
Working from his end zone. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And give him about that 15-yard line before they're able to drop him. Working quickly here.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Milroe now to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He connects on the deep shot. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards. Offensive line fast.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19, ready.
Throwing now, Milroe. Pass complete to Walker. And this one does not go far. Looking quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 42-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And he is down to the 30-yard line. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Dose of the hurry-up here.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. Coming near the goal line. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back.
Broncos. Here we
To throw, here's Milroe. Forced out to his right. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Seahawks 1st down.
And send him over right.
At the 6-yard line.
He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Walker.
goal. At the 3-yard line.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A gain of 3 yards. It's
3rd down from the gun.
goal.
And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Seahawks 20. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone
The
for a
Steelers
touchback.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
60, 70,
They'll start the drive with Warren. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 24 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Howard to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Couldn't connect with Dante Thornton Jr. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. Broken out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Austin makes the grab downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
On the move, headed right. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Out of the gun, Howard. Escapes the pocket. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. Focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Brings up 4th down.
Going for it with Warren. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers keeping the pedal forward and adding 6 more. Boswell to add the PAT.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Steelers 48, Seahawks 20. Chris
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, Milrow lobs this deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Patrick Queen in to pick it up. And the Steelers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
I don't know how many you could have next to you, Kate, that have been in this spot before. Okay? I have thrown 5 interceptions in the game, and happened to be our rivalry game back in college. It was one of the most humbling, horrific experiences.
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Howard. And there's a man there, it's intercepted! Kobe Bryant has it! And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Cup 19, Cup 19, 60 Bobcats, 6 Buffalo 18.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
18, Pioneer. Warriors 70. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready.
Milroe throwing on third down. Connection made to Shaheed. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a first and goal.
16 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Walker
will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. He lost close to 3 on that play.
A loss of 3 brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 4-yard line.
Shotgun now for Milroe. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Seahawks who have possession. They've got a lot of work to do, Brock. They are in a massive hole. Third and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here.
70, 70. Ready. 79 Broncos. Cougar 19.
Let's go. Motion.
Design bootleg here. Catch made. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Seahawks 27. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Okay, well that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, or whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
He's got it inside the 25. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Panther 11. 19 Lion.
First and 10. Here's Howard. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown. And now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that every defensive preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
19 Lion. Dragon 60. Trap 60.
They motion a receiver left.
Go.
Milroe with it on first. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And they're on it quickly gain's going to be to the 34-yard line.
15 yards.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Seahawks. First down.
18 Cardinal.
A gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing here, Milrow. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Some yardage lost and first down lost too with that grounding flag. This is second and long.
60, 19 tight. 19, 18, Rattler. 18, Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Mustang 19.
Milrow from the gun. And they pick him off again. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. Oh, he rocks that tackler. Into the house it goes. It's a pick six and a Pittsburgh touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers tack on 7 more to their lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Shaheed now to return. Good work so far. He's got room. There he goes, right sideline. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
Brought in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Seahawks 34. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Taken in by Pierce. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, Howard. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 5 sacks for this defense in this game as their latest brings up second down.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22. Howard looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. And a little bit of big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And sets up third down.
Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that brings up fourth and long. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these.
Oh, and they're going to fake this one. And no success on the fake punch. That was way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A bunch of these punters in the NFL today, I guarantee you, go back in the Wayback Machine, and they were quarterbacks back in high school. The difference now, well, they use their legs a lot more than their arm, and it showed right there. That was a dangerous call to go for it. Try to throw a pass, and it sure blew up in their face.
Looking slant route complete. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They strike for 23 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal, Seattle.
To the air, Milrow. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks get it back to a 14-point game.
Seahawks 41.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're first to 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. First and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Working now from the gun. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And how about this, Brock? They get 11 on second down. Nice work to claw some back. They make it third and short.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
It's Warren on third down. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Give him 8 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
And he's got a free play here. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense. That is so heads up, Brock. He saw someone jump, took the free play deep, and as a result, gets him a much bigger play than that penalty would have. Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's first and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers have likely locked up the win right there. 2-point conversion coming for the Steelers and Howard.
The Steelers will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Chased out to his right. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead.
Seahawks 41. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Milrow now to throw. Smith-Njigba with yet another catch. And they get Just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on first down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 40.
Looking to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
On to the backfield and motion him out.
First down.
Panther 11. 7 Pirates.
Here's Milroe, first and 10. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Seahawks hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
Come on.
From the gun, Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith-Njigba. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Panther 60.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. Hauled in by Arroyo on the right side. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
It's 4th down.
19 Wyatt. 18 Rattler. Warriors 17.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
First down throw here from Milroe. Trying to push deep downfield. Pass it down close. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Offense up to the line fast.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Flush down now to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions.
Seahawks.
Now it's Milroe in the offense, looking to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point
To
conversion.
throw now. Has it at the 1. He's almost there, but no, they stop him at the last moment. Just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And this kick is covered by the Steelers, who are going to go on to win this ball game. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Warren here from the gun. And he gets a few on the punch forward.
I think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. That leaves some shuffling around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on second.
Second and 7.
19 Tiger.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Complete right side to Washington. And it's going to be a win for the Steelers. He gets them the first, and they can run this clock out.
A gain of 10 yards.
The Steelers calling their first time out.
First down.
First and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30.
They're going to pass it here. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fields the hard squib kick. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that, when you kick off returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
They kick the running back in motion. Milroe with it on first. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Lions, 70 Rangers, Mustang 19.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Trying to push deep downfield. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Hoping one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast as windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.